Hey guys, welcome back to SFC 5 Live at 2 today. Glad you guys could join me today. For those of you that are already in, I appreciate you so much. Before we actually get started today with our talk, this is a whole new month. Can y'all believe it's November already? Um, Before we get into that, let me just remind you guys about December the 2nd. December the 2nd, we are having a holiday vendor fair on the campus of Guilford College. I'm excited. We've got vendors that's going to be there, food trucks and vendors that are going to be there, all kinds of product we're going to have for you to do some of your Christmas shopping at the vendor fair on December the 2nd on the campus of Guilford College. It's right at the corner of Guilford College and Friendly. It's where we're going to be, and we're going to have all kinds of goodies out there. So please come out and support. Do some of your Christmas shopping to help support local artists and artisans that are going to be there selling their product. We have jewelry, we have food, we have all kinds of stuff, candles and skincare and t-shirts and books and all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited about it. Please help spread the word and let everybody know that that's where we are going to be on December the 2nd, starting at 12 o'clock. It'll go from 12 to 6. You're going to see that posted on several sites. We've asked the vendors if they would post it to their sites. Plus, you'll see it on our stuff too as well. So it's November 2023. That means the year is just about over with. So we're going to talk about something that I think that we have lost somewhere along the way. We're going to talk about something that if you have lost it, you need to make sure you get it back. And it's resilience. I believe that so many of us have forfeited our power of resilience over to so many circumstances or so many people that we no longer have it. So I'm going to start by giving you the definition of resilience. And the definition for resilience is the ability to withstand any situations. Let me just say it like the ability to withstand or recover quickly from difficult situations. So the ability to withstand or recover quickly from any situation, particularly negative situations that we have to deal with. And you know, as I know, that life can come with a plethora of negative situations, and nobody is privileged enough to be exempt from dealing with negative situations. But I think that resilience is something that we are lacking in our society today. I remember a time when, whatever happened to people, they bounced back and they bounced back better and quicker. And that's literally the slang definition of resilience, and that is bouncing back from whatever. And I don't think we bounce back. We bounce back, and it takes us so long to recover. Remember, the definition is to withstand and or recover quickly from any situation, particularly those of the negative nature. And I think that one of the reasons why so many of us have lost our resilience is because we have yet to define who we are. And that is the whole platform of who we are with SFC Define. I try to help people discover who they are. It's not really that you find it, it's there and it's been there. You just have to discover it and be able to become aware of who you are as a person. And I'm not talking about a title or a position. I'm not talking about your money I'm talking about who you are as a person when the layer of skin is removed and you look like everybody else without the color of your skin or the lashes, the makeup, the hair, the lack of hair, whatever the case may be. If all of that was removed, who are you? And I think that one of the problems that reasons why we've lost our resilience is because we don't know who we are anymore. And by not knowing who you are, you open the door for anybody to define you. You open the door for situations to define you. You open the door for, you know, whatever you're going through to determine what you can do, who you can be, or what you can have. And I just don't sit well with me. It really does not sit well with me. You know, I know people and I talk to people who are still trying to recover from a breakup or trying to recover from a loss of job. And I'm not talking about like financially, I'm talking about like your identity. Like there are people that I talk to that still use as an excuse something that your mom did to you 20, 30 years ago that's made you who you are. And I just can't buy that. I cannot buy that. A lot of the young men that I mentor, I always get the excuse that, well, I'm like I am because I grew up without a father, or my mama was this, or my mama wasn't this. Well, I can't buy that either, because at the end of the day, after you get to a certain age, you get to make your own decisions and you know what's right and what's wrong. And I tell people all the time, I lost both my parents by the time I was 21 years old. And any type of statistic or stigma that you could associate with a child growing up like that, that could have been me. But I chose the path that I am on now. And I have always felt that if I can see anybody else accomplishing anything that I would want to accomplish, then that means that I can accomplish it too. And that's just always been my mindset. I've always felt that I was resilient. I can't always say that I bounced back quickly, but I've always bounced back one way or another. And I think that that bouncing back came from me a long time ago, accepting, acknowledging, and discovering who I am as a person, because I don't allow anybody to define me. I don't allow anybody to attach labels and stigmas to me. At the end of the day, I know who I am. And that's what I'm trying to prove or get you to understand today, that when you need to bounce back from negative situations, because you know as well as I know, there's always going to be a negative situation on your job, in your home, in your relationships, in your health, in your finances. There's always going to be some type of negative situation that you will have to deal with. And it's not about whether or not it's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. What you need to figure out is, how do you bounce back from all of that? How do you get your resilience back from all of that? How do you get that? How do you not allow that to define who you are? And that's what we're going to spend the week talking, well, the next few weeks talking about. We're going to talk about becoming resilient and how to get it back. You know, again, I stress, and I can't stress enough, the fact that you need to discover who you are, not find who you are. You know, not know that you're not lost. You're there. You're here in this costume, in this shell. You're in there. What you need to do is allow your eyes to open to who you truly are as a person. That's what I want. That's what I want your goal to be. I want you to aspire to knowing who you are as a person, away from any title you may hold, away from any piece. And I'm not talking about work title always. I'm talking about that too, but I'm talking about the title of brother, sister, parent, grandparent, friend, auntie, uncle, mother, father. That's what I'm talking about. Away from all of these titles, who are you? What are your likes and dislikes? What buttons do you have that if certain people push them, it's going to cause you to react instead of respond? Those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Who are you? Who is that person? This person that's on the inside of this costume, this shell. Who are you? And that's what I need you to discover, because once you discover that, resilience is just an automatic response, in my opinion. You become resilient because you know that no matter how difficult that period of time may be for you, you're going to always bounce back. And knowing who you are is pivotal in helping you bounce back quickly. You know, I was reading a book one time, and I can't remember who they were interviewing, but it was they were wealthy, very very wealthy, and he had built a fortune for himself. And in the interview, they asked him, if you lost everything and you were sitting on a park bench in Central Park in New York, do you think that you would have what it takes to rebuild everything that you lost? And without hesitation, his response was, absolutely. If I built it one time, I can do it again. If I overcame what I overcame to get to where I am today, I certainly can do it again. And that message, that was amazing, um, to me, because if you understand that if you made it through that test or that trial, when another one comes up, that means that you should have extracted something from the last trial, some strength, some power, some wisdom, some understanding that will help you get through the next thing. That's what resilience is. And I think that it is so important for all of us to develop that sense of resilience and stop being the victim of our circumstances. And I want to sort of kind of save that talk for next week, because so many of us fall into this victim's mentality, this victim's mindset. You know, have you ever thought about what your situation can do or has done for you, rather than wasting all of your energy feeling like it's done something to you? That's what you need to. That's how you bounce back with quickness. That's how you recover with quickness. When you can sit down and say, okay, this sickness, it made me slow down. It made me realize how precious and how valuable life is. It made me feel amazing, because now I know I can appreciate being healthy because I've dealt or experienced this sickness. Those are the kinds of things that you need to open your eyes to when you go through a difficult situation. Those are the kinds of things that help you become resilient, when you stop looking at what you think something did to you and start realizing how much it did for you. So I want you guys, this is something that I'm passionate about, because I know what it's like. I've talked to so many people that have taken on and embraced this victim's mentality, and they don't see themselves becoming better or wiser or stronger. They feel like they've been defined by one situation, and you are doing yourself an injustice. You're doing yourself a disservice by succumbing to one moment or one season or one circumstance or one bad situation. You are missing out on life. The fact of the matter is, if it could have taken you out, it would have taken you out a long time ago. The reason why you can't let go of your depression or your worry, your fears, is because you think that something happened to you instead of happening for you. Okay, so I encourage you guys, listen, I appreciate you. Got Benny, Regina, Nakia. Thank y'all for chiming in. I appreciate you so much. We just need to bounce back. We need to bounce back from so many things that we are still holding on to. We're still holding on to hurts and bitterness and grudges and ill feelings over stuff that happened years ago. You're not being resilient. You're being a victim. Let it go, and let it see what it taught you. See what it gave you. See what it did for you, and not what it did to you. You know, you're here and you're necessary. You need to be here. You deserve to be here. And you need to know your value. You need to know your worth. Okay? Don't let nobody or nothing define you. Define yourself. Define yourself. And when you do, you're able to bounce back from any and everything, any situation. Listen, I'm going to stop there because I want to save some for next week. Thank y'all. Listen, I want y'all to do me a favor. I really want you to think about what I've said today. I really do. That's all I need you to do. Think about what I said. I want you to really really think about it. Stop holding on to things, past hurts and stuff. You know, if they left you, it was meant for them to leave you. Appreciate the time that you had and move on. If they hurt you, guess what? It didn't destroy who you are as a person. It happened for you and not to you. So I encourage you, bounce back, and come back with a vengeance. Okay? Become resilient. And the only way that you can do that is to know who you are. So over the next few weeks, next few days rather, until next weekend, what I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 words that you know without a shadow of a doubt, no matter how difficult the days are for you, those 3 words define who you are. I'm wearing mine, strong, focused, and confident. That's who I am. And I know it no matter how difficult. I'm not saying that I am 100% that every single day. Some days I'm stronger and less focused. Some days I'm more confident and less stronger. But whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, I know that I am a strong, focused, and confident individual. I have defined myself, which means I've taken the privilege away from everybody else to do so. So I don't care what you say about me. I don't care what you think about me. I know who I am. And that's what I want you to do. Come up with 3 words by next Sunday that will define who you are, away from anything anybody has ever told you you could be or couldn't be or could have or could have. Define yourself so that no one else gets a chance to. All right. Appreciate y'all for listening today. Like and share, send it to somebody, because I'm so passionate about this one that I believe it's going to really help somebody. And if it helps you, if you stayed long enough to see me to the end, then that means you got something out of it. Share it and send it on to some of your friends. Don't forget, December 2nd, we're going to be on the campus of Guilford College in Greensboro. From 12 to 6 with all kinds of vendors. It's a holiday vendor fair. Come out and do some Christmas shopping, okay? Get some stuff that's unique only to the people here in Greensboro. They can. Once you leave out of Greensboro, you ain't going to find it nowhere, okay? Come out and support, all right? Love you guys, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. Have a good one.